Hello, everybody. This is Steve O'Reilly with SkinnyPost.com, and I am joined today with Derrick Williams of the Detroit Lions. Derrick is heading into his second year in the NFL, and we're pleased to have him on our site today. How you doing, Derrick?
I'm doing great. How you doing, man?
Doing very well. Well, Derrick, out in Detroit, you do a lot of great work in the community, and you have a foundation and a charity that you feel strongly about and things that you do for children in the schools in the area. Let's talk a little bit about how you got started and exactly what you do for these school systems and the kids in the area.
Well, the charity is called Meals on D Wheels. D Wheels is just my nickname. One thing we do, we just go to some of the public schools in the Detroit area, sit down and have lunch and interact with the kids, talk to them about sportsmanship. Um, we do a contest of which class or which school writes the best report about sportsmanship, and we judge that academically, and the winner of that will attend one of our games during the year. Um, but the thing is, we also go there and do the lunches and eat healthy with the kids, because a lot of kids aren't used to just eating healthy and getting their body right. And during the year, we also have like a celebrity baseball game with some of my teammates and some of the local celebrities in Detroit, where we go out and just try to raise money for the cause.
Now, that's kind of an interesting thing to get involved in, feeding children and making them, get involved in eating right and paying attention to nutrition. What specifically about that, grabbed your interest? How did you get started with that?
It was just something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to give back to the community because I was fortunate to be involved in the Boys and Girls Clubs, to be involved in, some of the things that was going around in the Washington, D.C. area where guys coming back and giving their time, donating things to the Boys and Girls Club, and I always wanted to be a part of it. So, it wasn't no better way besides just trying to go to lunches, go visit the schools, and just talk to people, just like I was doing that. I was listening to the guys that was coming in and talking to me.
Well, that's really a great thing to do, and I'm sure all those kids in Detroit especially love seeing you come into their school and get an opportunity to hang with you for a little bit and do those things. That's just awesome. You're also involved in some other things as well. Is that right? I mean, it's not necessarily just the Meals on Wheels. It's some other things too. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a lot of things also in the Washington D.C. area where I'm from. Just involved in with my church. I also have a little thing going with rebuilding houses in the D.C. area. Just trying to get out in the community and do some positive things.
Well, that's just awesome. Let's talk a little bit about Penn State. Obviously, you were a superstar there. You did a lot of good things in your college time. What was it like playing with Joe Paterno and playing under him and some of the knowledge that he taught you along the way that helps you in your football career?
Joe Paterno was one of the greatest coaches that I've ever been with or that I can ever be with. And he taught me so much about football. But the thing that I always carry is that he developed me into the man that I am today. He took some of the skills that he's learned through his life and try to put that into all his players. And just try to get them to be citizens of of their town, of their state or whatever.
Right. Now, you obviously heading into your second year, the Detroit Lions you guys have a real nice little core of young players. You got a good young quarterback, you got good receivers, you got a nice running back tandem now, good tight end. Things are looking on the up and up out in Detroit. How are you guys approaching 2010 going into this season? What's the mindset like? Are you hungry? Are you ready to get going and start putting some wins under your belt?
We're definitely hungry and we're definitely ready to get going. You can just see the core that's getting into everybody. Everybody has the same feeling. Everybody has the same positive, outlook of the season. And we're going to go out there and we're going to win games this year. We're going to just have a positive season. And our goal is that we win a Super Bowl this year.
Right. Now, for you specifically, heading into your second year, what are some of the things that you picked up, with a year under your belt you're going to bring into this season with you that you've learned, or some of the finer points of the game, so to speak, that you've picked up on that might help you out heading into your second year?
I think this year, I'm going into this year where my rookie year, I think that had to happen because it had to develop me into being a pro and how to just develop me into a better player and look at guys that's been doing this for a while. And I think that right now I'm just ready to take off and have a great season. It's not that much thinking that goes on because as a rookie you have to think about the plays and think about just everything that's going on, and you react slower than what your normal instinct is. And right now, I'm just going to go out there and play off my instinct because I know what's going on.
Now, you guys have a nice little mix of wide receivers out there. Calvin Johnson is a big, fast, just a freak of an athlete. He's a beast. You're a little bit shorter than he is, but maybe a little quicker and stuff in those areas. And how do you guys mix that in? Is there anything that you do offensively where you try to create matchup problems with your different wide receivers that you guys have to give Stafford a couple of different options when you're in certain packages?
It's definitely a lot of great talent in our receivers. So I think any time that we go against anybody, everybody's looking like they're open, and it's just fortunate to have Calvin Johnson with us. And Calvin, I don't think anybody in the league or anybody in this world could check him. So it's always a mismatch with him.
Now, last year there was a couple of moments that when Stafford got injured, and there was one moment I remember where he kind of hurt his shoulder, but he came back out onto the field and he played anyway, and he threw, I think it was a touchdown pass or 2-point conversion or something of that nature, and he really showed a lot of heart. What does that mean to you guys, where you see a guy that's a little banged up, but he's willing to lay it on the line and go back out there? Did that really help rally your team behind your quarterback and really feel like you're ready to go ahead and march forward with this guy?
Yeah, I think so. I think that people saw that, right when he stepped in. It wasn't just that game. Matt, he has the ability to be the best quarterback in the league, and he just, just going to go out there and show it, I think, this year. And, last year I think that he just used that as a learning experience as well. And you could just see the potential and everything that he has. And, we rally around him the first day when he walked in as the quarterback.
Right. Now, I did an article not too long ago, and we talked about some people in the league that we think could make a big difference for their team, focusing on the rookies. And Javid Best is a guy that I noted that I think has just an exceptional talent, and he's obviously brings a skill set that's going to add a dimension to the Lions this year. Have you had an opportunity to look at him a little bit and see some things, maybe in OTAs or in some off-season work that's really made you think, wow, this guy, he brings a dimension to our offense that's really going to help us click?
Javar's Best might be one of the quickest guys I ever seen in my life, just with the ball in his hands. He makes people miss, and then he's one of the running backs that can turn a 10-yard gain into an 80-yard touchdown. And that's what every team needs, and I think that he's going to be a great, addition to the offense.
Yeah, I mean, well, you guys definitely have a nice young nucleus, a good draft. Obviously, Sue is coming in. He's going to help, that middle of the defense. And Louis Delmas has played exceptional last year. And, guys like yourself and good young core. I think that you guys play in a tough division, but I honestly believe that Detroit could be one of the surprise teams this year. And I look forward to you guys doing big things on the field.
Oh, yeah, me too. And I definitely don't think that we should be a surprise this year. We're going to go out there and do our thing.
Well, absolutely. Hey, I want to thank you so much, Derrick, for coming and talking a little bit about your foundation and your charity work in Detroit. You're a pillar in the community, and you're an asset to the NFL. And we want to thank you for stopping by skinnypost.com and sharing some of the good stories and some of the good things that you do with the people in Detroit. Thanks so much for being here.
All right, thanks a lot.
It's our pleasure. Take care. I'm Steve O'Reilly, and this is Derrick Williams, and you're watching skinnypost.com. We're giving you the skinny 24/7.